Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Emmanuel Agbogun say they don't take somebody life because of land for Edo State. Make I leave you now, make you hear from Emmanuel.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning if you're out there watching. Good morning. I remain no other person than yours, noble right activist. So if you are out there watching this morning, I just want you to share the view of the weather with me this morning. You can see what it looks like in some southern part of Nigeria. Just waking up and it's a very cool morning, very rainy, bright weather we have for the morning. So if you are joining me, I just want to say some few words about what my findings have turned out to be over time, particularly as it has to do with Benin Kingdom. One nation, one place filled with glory, blessings, and progressive people. But however, in the midst of this great abundance, we still have evil people, bad people, wicked people, greedy people wanting to take hold of all of these. I would want to state a few words, particularly citing one man I have known over the years who has championed the cause of a Pan-Benin idealist movement. But from all my interactions and all my antecedents with his activities, I've also seen that selfishness and greed and lust for material things have obviously taken over the ideal he once came up with. Maybe that would have been an ideal for getting greener pastures. Only God and facts can speak. But I tell you, greed and the lust for material things has now been the cause of what Kotisugbo, as you all know him, is all about his advocacy. I want to use Olobo as a case study this morning while talking to you. I was so shocked that youths in Olobo wake up some morning under the guise of vigilante formed by the Enige, would wake up, carry firearms, see a fellow young man going about his lawful business, beat him up to pop, beat him to a state of coma, kill him, commit suicide, commit murder, and at the end of the day, somebody like Ugbo, who has been championing a cause for the Beninese, who know that it is unethical for a Benin man to take a life of another for no just cause, who is also aware that the Enoge formed these boys to quell any form of resistance to the existence of the Enoge in that Olobo. Over 20 of them, which he personally took their names to the Commissioner of Police. The Commissioner of Police gave him approval. Now what they do is to see innocent people, beat them to death, and the Benin Solidarity movement that Kotisugbo has been using to champion the cause against Ashelege and any other forces that will be opposing the views of the Enoge has kept mute. In fact, they don't see any cause to speak. In this same Olobo, where the Enoge takes over people's land, family land, and people's source of livelihood, sell them in the bid of administration of land, sell over people. I have seen reports, not just the Ekatos who complain to me directly. I have seen reports of what the Enoges have done. Not just in Olobo, but why I use Olobo as a case study is that Olobo is a clear case of oppression. It's a clear case of injustice meted out on the people, the aboriginal people of Olobo. The aboriginal people is a clear case of oppression. And for some of us, when we decide to look into issues, we say, well, for the interest of natural justice and societal values, let us allow things speak for itself over time. Yes, a lot of people have been saying, oh, you are standing for Ashelege, oh, you are. I have never for once said Ashelege should not be tried if he has been guilty, if he's found guilty. But what I have also said is that people should not hide under the guise of fighting injustice to also perpetrate injustice, a high level of it. Yes, if Ashelege had said or got himself involved in killing persons in Olobo, the law should catch up with him. But when people are hiding under that guise, people will do the same thing as what they are alleging Ashelege for, hiding under that guise to perpetrate the same evil now. Now the boys that Enoge called, the Enoge hired, they went and killed some. The same issue Kotisubo lamented over on the print, electronic, social media. Is it not the same thing that has happened? How come people are not talking? How come those subjects who were demanding that the death of Sonny Eche, if really Sonny Eche is dead, the death of Sonny Eche is a must fight affair? They championed it on the media, went to the AIG, went to all strata of police authority to get justice. But now that same Enoge his boys have killed. Not all that same Enoge fit to 4 hours. He has not deemed it fit to report to the Commissioner of Police, to tell the Commissioner of Police what has happened. He has not deemed it fit to write a petition to the AIG to corral his boys to show that he stands for justice. He has not thought it wise to also ensure that those who perpetrated this crime, all of them are caught. But meanwhile, they are still strolling around his palace, strolling around Olobo as a community, moving around freely. But nobody's chastising them. Nobody's coming out to create any level of resistance. And to them, they are in charge. But how laughable it is that injustice can only last for a while. How laughable. You wake up just one morning, you see a young man going about his activities, he's not disturbing you, he's not having any fight with you, you beat him up to death. You beat him up to death, and you as a king, as a duke, you send delegates from your palace to go and negotiate with the family on settlement. For crying out loud, what kind of society are we living in? What kind of society are we living in? What kind of a society are we living in? You sell people's land, you send delegates to go and tell them that it is you. You kill people, you send delegates to go and tell the police you want to settle. Settle murder. I really do not know what kind of nation we want to get in the coming years to come. What kind of society, what kind of views where the police even choose which case to take serious and the ones not to, because of parties that an interest of groups that comes forward in the matter. How can you kill somebody, a capital offense against state? Yet this is over 5 days to 6 days now. The Commissioner of Police have not done anything. It is not even on the news. Nobody is saying anything. I always told people that people die more in Benin here daily than even in most of these northeast states that they complain about death and farmer header clashes. What people, the laws people take into their hands. By the time I'm done with the broadcast, I'm going to show you the terror unleashed on blood brothers in a community because of the interest of an Enoge. And when some of us come out to say these things are barbaric, in the 21st century, you carry life ammunition, face a brother, fire at him because you want to sell land, because you want to make money out of land. In the 21st century, you do things as if there's no law in the society. I always challenge my brother Curtis, and I asked him, you called the Ekato daughter and told her that the Oba of Benin told you that she does not have a land there. I'm so happy. It's an alibi for life. It's a fun discussion. Even if you try to make statement against it, when the police decide to do diligent investigation, they will unravel it at any time, at any given time. So I do not know why people are this selfish. The likes of Ozibo, the likes of Dikin Osazua, the likes of Samoge are the ones that are bona fide to be eating the resources of people's family in Olobo in the name of land allotment committee. But yet, poor people who ought to get bona fide jobs, who ought to be living a good life in Olobo, no electricity, no water, with all the millions of naira that has gone into that community, and yet people say, oh, you are fighting a Benin cause. I think the Benin cause is to get private pockets and private tummies swollen. That even private people's property, a place where a man bought over before the establishment of the palace of the Enoge, man has always lived. He's a Benin man, a cultured Benin man who lived in Olobo, who had acquired properties, invested in oil palm production and pharmaceutical jobs in the Olobo community. Someone who has served the society meritoriously to create healthcare facilities. Dive into his land. You want to take over people's properties, sell, make money for yourself, drive big jeeps, live more comfortable than the owners of such properties. We have a number of them. We have a number of them that we already know that are complaining. But the more we shout, the more you call us enemy of the Benin Kingdom. The more we say words, the more you describe us as strangers in our own land, thinking that can earn you a cheap popularity or earn you a cheap point. But however, truth will continue to speak for itself. As an activist, people approach me for many offers, but I tell them, see, I don't indulge in this. Whatever thing you see me fighting or championing for is because I have investigated and I found out that it is true. And I've seen evidence to back what I am saying. So please, evil that is currently going on because of this administration of land in Edo State, particularly in Edo South, it's becoming unbecoming. It's becoming unbecoming. So my conscious Edo people out there, because it's the morning, I would also want to run out to do other things. The rain just stopped. But I also want to appeal to your conscience, particularly those of you who are conscience-minded, those of you who know, who can actually read in between the lines and see honesty and see lies. And see lies. And stand to say this is the lie, this is the truth. Please, do not keep quiet to this menace that is rocking our society. Poor people are suffering. The other day, because of the outcry that I went to Igbo Sage to cry, if you need to hear the complaints where an Odionwe has been kept in the mortuary for over 5 years, owing to the fact that the Odionwe ship under his reign was suspended from the palace, and the Ogwedion that the Okaigele said he collected, he sold someone's land to renovate, is still under lock and key, but they sold somebody's land to renovate it in the name of Benin tradition. So not until when you begin to face the real issues that are the anti-vices that affect our people, we will not attain that society that we believe is better for all of us. So once again, I wouldn't want to spend the whole day here. I have so much to do for today. If you're just joining me live, please try to go through my broadcast and see where necessary you can get best information that can assist you in informing your decisions today. Having said all of this, it is my own way of contributing to the society to ensure that Edo State, and particularly our Benin nation, remains a better place for all of us. I remain no other person than yours noble right activist, comrade Bogu Emmanuel. Once again, remember, Edo is for all of us. No man is God. Bye.
Now we don't hear from Emmanuel Agbogun. Let us know what you think for this land problem matter wey dey for Edo State. Go to comment section, make you put your own. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things wey dey happen for Edo State. Make I leave you now with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.